Welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. We have a very special guest on today's show. DJ Fluker joins us, who's making headlines as he attempts an NFL comeback. And folks, this is why you should subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you exclusive Dolphins content here on Dolphins Today as we welcome in DJ Fluker on to the show. DJ, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Hey, thank you for having me on Will. It's a pleasure.
And DJ, you're making headlines, like I said, because you're attempting an NFL comeback. You have not played in an NFL game in about 3 years, but the transformation that you've gone through is really, really impressive. What are the steps you've taken to get to where you're currently at?
I guess starting to get around. I have to say, get around the right people that actually care about me. Because at a time I was going through a whole lot of off the field issues that kind of started to affect the way I started to approach football. As far as dealing with my kids during that time like that, I had to learn to take a little time away. Honestly, I don't really miss like 1 year of football, honestly, because 2021 when I did sign the Dolphins, I ended up tearing my meniscus and ended up on P squad and then get picked up by the Raiders. Then end up with the Jags in 2022 of the spring time. I only had a year off ball. Ball don't really change for me. It's always gonna be the same. If you're a ball player, you always gonna be a ball player. But the transformation, man, let me tell you, I was going through a tough time mentally because I had been going through a tough court case for the time I was playing for the Baltimore Ravens with my kids with my kid mom and everything like that, and it kind of affected me. I took counseling every day to get back, and in 2021, I had that was still lingering going on, and I couldn't really focus on my attention on football like at that time. And it just brought me to a place where I did not need to be. And luckily, I had a couple of friends that kind of brought me back into me, being who I need to be as a person, being who I need to be as a dad, being who I need to be off the field as on the field. And that was like my cousins, my trainer, and people that actually believe me, and my kids, And let me tell you, it took a whole lot to get back to this. But I'm very grateful, very motivated. I'm very thankful that I have those people in my life to help me get back to being this 335-pound man I am today, and strong, and ready to go.
Well, DJ, it's been great. Yeah, it's been great to see the transformation. Would you say that you're in the best shape of your career right now?
I would definitely say that right now. I think I'm faster, I'm stronger. I'm more flexible. I got a lot more confidence, and honestly, I got that fire. That's what it comes down to.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. And you participated in the Alabama Pro Day. How do you feel like that went, that Pro Day, and how did that come about, you participating in it?
Honestly, I was a little hesitant about going. My agent talked me into going, and knowing I have been back to Alabama since 2017. But he was like, "Hey, if you go down there, people have not seen you. NFL scouts have not seen you. GMs have not seen you. Coaches haven't seen you." And I was like, he said, "This might be a good opportunity to go." So I ended up texting one of my friends from Alabama and see if I can talk to Coach Saban about coming out for the pro day. And he didn't have no issues with it. He said, "Sure." I met with him, talked to him for a good 20 minutes, and he was like, "Hey, do the best you can, be who you are, and just be great." And that's what I did on that pro day.
Plenty of talent at that Alabama Pro Day, and you really stood out for sure. Now, Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel and general manager Chris Grier were in attendance at that Alabama Pro Day. Did they talk to you when they were there?
Yeah, I had a decent conversation with them. They just were like excited to see me back in football, excited to see me in shape at a great weight, and actually like really happy. And we had a good conversation. She said, "Hey, we're gonna check you out during pro day too, and look at you. Heard you're gonna be there." So yeah, it was good. It was a good conversation.
There seems to be just a lot of buzz on Twitter about maybe you getting back in the league, especially after that pro day. Have there been any teams that have reached out to you interested in possibly signing you?
At this moment, I basically was talking with the Raiders, Jets, Chargers, Jags, who were there, who are also there, the Bears, Broncos. I mean, it honestly, I was talking to a couple of teams that honestly they didn't think I would be the way I. Well, I put it like this: when I came there on that pro day, I came in and weighed in. It was quiet because no one knew what I was going to wear on that pro day. I had my shirt off, ripped up, looked good. Yeah, I'd say 334. That whole crowd went from quiet to like woo. They were like whoa. I had a good conversation with Pete Carroll too. I mean, I was there for 2 years too. So like, Pete was like, "Dang man, you look amazing." He said, "You look great." They said, "We just want to see you move. You moving good. Hey, you don't know where you're gonna go." I said, "Yeah, you're right, Pete. I don't know where I'm gonna go." But honestly, I think it went really good. I had a lot of handshakes like after that pro day. A lot of teams started coming up to me talking, "Hey, I'm happy about that transformation, man. You needed that. You look great."
I mean, the Twitter videos, man, that they all went viral. Were you expecting that?
Not really. Not really, not at all. I wasn't thinking it was gonna go viral like that. I thought I was just like, I guess a little buzz, whatever. But I mean, people was like, dude, you were kind of a little chunky, but like you just cut up into like this whole new person. I was just like, well, I ain't think about it. I mean, you got a year off ball. I mean, you never know. You never know. Like what could, like what can happen. So I
Yeah.
mean, I was very very pleased with that.
Now, you mentioned earlier you did spend some time with the Dolphins in the 2021 offseason. I know it was somewhat brief, but what were some of your takeaways from your time in Miami?
It was cool. I like the coaches. The coaching scheme was pretty easy. Wasn't too much different than I was in Baltimore when I played for the Ravens. The year before. Coach Lamb was O-line coach at the time. He's a great coach, by the way. Real detail. I mean, I took everything he said. I used it. Because he used to play for the Seahawks back
Right,
in
right.
2012, 2011. So it was great. Like we know each other, you know. But other than that, I mean, it was a good time. I gotta say, like the guys. The guys were real smart. Um, they very 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 physical. I mean, I don't know how they are now. I haven't really paid attention too much, but I mean, when I was there, they're pretty cool guys.
I'm sure you got to know Tua a little bit from your time with the Dolphins, and there's the Alabama connection there, of course. Based on what you've seen from Tua his first couple of seasons in the league, what do you think his ceiling is, and do you think he can be a top-tier quarterback at this level?
I think Tua is a smart quarterback, very good with decision making. Um, I think that he just need a little more time in the pocket, I guess. Which I must say, when he has time to cook back in that pocket, he lets that ball rip.
Mm-hmm.
He got a great ceiling. I mean, I don't think he has arrived at being a great quarterback just yet. He's still young, still developing. He just gets better and better. I think they don't give him enough credit for the things that he's done. I watched him last year. He was balling out, man. He came back killing it. I mean, who don't have a few mistakes here and there? But that kid got heart. He got dedication. He wants to win. He's self-driven, and he betting on himself every single time. And I like that.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal season this past year. Like you mentioned, just needs a little bit more time. Maybe that's why they got to sign you. And that leads me to my next question here. You mentioned there are some teams that you've talked to. If a reunion was possible in Miami, if the Dolphins reached out, were interested in signing you, would you welcome going back to the Dolphins?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. It gives me an opportunity to redeem myself, to actually go out there and prove myself that I can be the player that I needed to be and that I missed out on. Yeah, for sure, definitely. I don't take that for granted. No, not at all. I wouldn't hesitate for a moment.
You provide, DJ, a lot of versatility along any offensive line that you might join in the NFL next season. Over 2,300 career snaps at right tackle, over 3,700 career snaps at right guard. Right now, do you consider yourself more of a guard or more of a tackle?
I'd say more of a tackle.
Yeah.
I'm more powerful on the edge. I mean, guard. I can play guard, but at the end of the day, the more you can do. I mean, I played guard for the Seahawks and Giants. When I was there, I did really good. Great moving people around, man. Moving people around and moving that edge, man. I just love playing physical. You couldn't tell me. You gotta have a dog playing guard. You playing guard, you gotta have a dog. You playing tackle, you gotta have a little swag to you. But I mean, it's whatever you need me at. And I'll be versatile to go out there and just play and just ball free. You know,
Got to
that
ask
that's
you.
how I feel about it.
Yeah. Got to ask you, DJ, about playing at Alabama. Of course, a lot of Alabama connections on the Dolphins. What was it like playing for Nick Saban? And what's something about Coach Saban that kind of surprised you a little bit?
I say I funny story. I was in high school. I'll give you a brief one. First of all, in high school, it was my sophomore year of high school, and I didn't know who Coach Saban was, honestly. I mean, I watched him at LSU, and he came to my jamboree. I was in Mobile, Alabama. I was playing in McGill Tour, and he came to a jamboree. We played it up in Foley High School, and he came out. And my coach, Coach Steve Savery, was my head coach at the time. He was like, "Hey, that's Coach Saban. He's here for you." But also Julio Jones was at Foley, Alabama too during that time. And I see. He said he's right there. I said where? But there's two security guys, two sheriffs that he walks with. So I didn't know. I said, "Dad," I said, "Man, so where is he?" Now I finally see Coach. I didn't know he was short like that. He's probably about five nine,
He's
five ten.
he's like 5'7", yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was like 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3". Like that's Coach. He like, yeah, that's Coach Saban. But man, let me tell you, he's more fearful when you're younger than when you get older. It's like, when you get older, it's like as an older person, it's like, oh, that's cool. How you doing, Coach? How you doing? How you been? It's cool. But when you're a player, man, you hate to go to his office.
He made sure. He's like, I know DJ grew up an LSU fan, but I'm going to get him to Alabama. I'm sure that was his mentality, and it certainly worked out for both
It
sides.
did.
DJ, you good if we ask you some questions from some of our subscribers?
Sure, hit me with it. Let's go.
Excellent. First question coming in from Miami, Dakota. Good question here. Says, who is the toughest guy you faced in college and in the pros?
Toughest guy I faced in college. Ugh. College. I don't think I really had too many people in college that I was really like afraid of or afraid to go against. I think
I think
that
there's a lot of people afraid to go up against you, vice versa.
yeah, I think when you have a dog mentality in college, no one can mess with you. Honestly, I was going against the best pass rusher we had was Dante Hightower, who also was a former Patriot who just retired recently. He was probably the best guy. Him and Marshall Darius. Those were the two guys I had to go and block every single day at practice. So, imagine you're behind kick for a little bit and you start back dominating. In college. I mean, those are probably my two hardest opponents to block. Now, when I got to the NFL, I played against a kid. I played against Von Miller. Von Miller's probably a tackle was probably my toughest opponent I played against. And I don't think I ever seen a guy so fast besides McCarvy's Mingo, who's played at LSU, but he's faster than McCarvy's Mingo. But yeah, I've never kick slided so quick to get back, catch up to him. I was like, daggone, I've never seen a guy so fast, coach. Come across the coach. He's fast. I said, daggone, I don't understand this kind of speed. Being super young at that time. But I played with him though. I mean, I played with him every snap. In the run game, I was trying to wear his ass out. Sorry, super friendly, but
You're good. We're on YouTube. You're good.
I gotta say how I feel. No, I got after it. I mean, I got mad respect for him. He's a great player. That's probably like my really toughest opponent.
Next question coming in here from Legit Smith, who says, how did you find your drive and your passion to come back to the NFL again?
I gotta say, when you don't play ball and you're going through a lot of problems, a lot of issues, your family and some of your close friends is really what you have. And they were giving me motivation, sending me prayers, sending me scriptures, because honestly, I had to do counseling, do a lot of counseling to get back where I need to be as a person and as a player. And without have those people that helped me get back to where I was, I don't think I'd be here right now talking to you. and my kids. I would taking them to school in the morning time. And I mean, they motivate me. I mean, my kids, they motivate me. I got two boys and a little girl, and I love them to death. And it's like I gotta keep going. Yeah, this is it. I would tell my kid, you don't ever quit. Quit what you start. You finish it. And that's what I did. And my passion comes from me just being hungry. And I always want to be great. I always want to be the best. And it's just something in me that I just don't let go. I don't take nothing for granted.
Yeah, it's good stuff, DJ. Last question coming in here from Mac Wilson, who says, "What's your favorite food and why?"
My favorite food and why? I mean, I'm a soul food type of guy.
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you like it is, man. You get some collard greens, a little bit of gumbo, maybe some fried catfish. We can get down with a little Louisiana hot sauce, man. We'll have a good time.
we got to get. Hey, we both have family from Louisiana. You're from New Orleans originally. That sounds good. We might have to make that happen, man, for sure. I'm surprised though that you didn't say chicken nuggets, because in an interview a few years back, you said that you had 65 chicken nuggets in a contest in high school. Is that true?
That's very true. That's very true. That's when Chick-fil-A had that contest going. How many chicken nuggets could you eat during that time? Yeah, I did 65 chicken nuggets. That was probably like the roughest day of my life. The next 2 days was very hurtful. Let's put it like that.
And you still didn't win the contest? I can't believe that wasn't enough.
When you're in a country, there are some kids that are bigger than you that can eat more than you do. I realized that. And I was like, you know what? I think I better get myself ready for college. Because I want to run these nuggets off.
Right. DJ, we're going to close the show, man, with some rapid fire questions. And I'll start with this. We've mentioned the New Orleans roots. What's your favorite restaurant in New Orleans?
I like Neo's.
Okay.
Neo's. It's like about 10, 15 minutes from the French Quarter.
I'll check it out next time there. Favorite hobby?
I play a lot of Call of Duty. Sometimes me and my kids play Call of Duty too.
Any NFL guys you play Call of Duty with?
I used to play with Keenan Allen a little bit back in the day a little bit. Jason Verrett, guys like that who I've known for a long time now. Justin Britt, who played with the Seahawks. Now he's a Houston Texan. He used to play with him too a little bit. Something
about you that may surprise people.
How big I am, because most people will be like, "Oh man, he's kind of like a fat guy," but when you see me in person, it's like, "Oh wow, he's not big. He's not as fat as I thought he was. He's a big guy."
You're in shape for sure. Yeah, favorite artist?
Favorite artist? Good question. I like Eminem. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Eminem.
Great rapper of all time, you think?
I think he's in my top 3.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
Definitely a whale. They're smart. They live a long time.
Oh, that's so close to what I wanted you to say. I was hoping you'd say dolphin.
Well, I mean, if I had a choice, I probably would be a dolphin.
Oh, there we go. That was DJ Fluker. DJ, really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Your story's awesome. We're rooting for you. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Man, thank y'all for having me on the show, and I appreciate the opportunity for reaching out. Thank you.